It's good to see you again, and good to be able to tell you again some of the things that are on my mind these days. As I indicated previously, I am reading these days and thinking, therefore, in the book of Proverbs, in the Old Testament, a book of wisdom, down-to-earth wisdom, as I said last week, a kind of wisdom that just really is meant to equip us for daily living. One of the things that impresses me so much about this book of Proverbs is the references that it makes from time to time about the importance of friendship. In one chapter here, chapter 17, there are two references to friendship, and they are, in a way, supplementary ones. The later reference, in verse 17, is one that probably you've quoted. I'm reading it to you today from the Knox translation by Ronald Knox, a British Catholic theologian of a long generation ago. He says, for these words from Solomon, "He is thy friend who is thy friend at all times. Of a brother's love there is no test like adversity." Take that good word. That person is your friend, who is your friend at all times. But then a contrasting word, maybe a warning word, earlier in this same chapter, in verse 9. Gossip unknits the hand of friendship. Pardon me, the bond of friendship. Gossip unknits the bond of friendship. Sometimes very, very good friends lose one another because one or the other hears gossip about their friend, or perhaps what is presumed their friend has said about them, and in the process, the friendship itself diminishes, and in the language that is so eloquent here, the friendship begins to unknit. It begins to ravel. Friendship is something that you must take care of. He that would have friends, the old saying goes, must show himself to be friendly. And again, one must tend to the business of friendship if friendship is to endure. But this, such a great word that I would testify to, that person is your friend, who is a friend at all times. I've known a lot of friends, good friends. I think myself rich for the kindness of friends. Some of those friendships, of course, are almost legendary in a given person's life. I had a friend that I used to refer to as my Jonathan. I would still, if he were living today, and in a sense, even knowing the decades of our friendship, I almost feel as if he is still with me today, even though he's been dead several years. He was loyal at all times. He was loyal to me when, in many respects, I didn't deserve the loyalty. Why? Because a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Some people, when hard times come, somehow just slip away. I think they wouldn't say they were intentionally throwing off the friendship. They just let the friendship die. And sometimes at the very time you need the friendship the most. A good friend loves at all times. A good friend stays by you, whatever the circumstances of your life. Now, it's great to have that kind of friend. Let me remind you, it's great to be that kind of friend. All of us know how much we'd like to have a friend who sticks by us at all times. If you feel that way, be that kind of friend to somebody else. When you see a friend who is going through a hard place, a friend who feels that others are forsaking him or her, then rise up and more than ever, be a friend. And incidentally, it isn't just at the bonds of closest friendship where that's true. So often, when people are going through a hard place, they find that they are sustained by passing friends just friends that are almost incidental, who come alongside at such a point and say, I'm with you. I pray for you. I stand by you. So I say to you this day, it is a wonderful thing to have a friend that stays by you, whatever the circumstances of life. Be that kind of friend to somebody else. Be a friend when people need friendship the most. That's what I've been thinking today. I'm glad to talk with you about it.